Hey, welcome back. Now, if you're looking into NLP, no doubt you'll have heard or seen the term cause and effect. But what does it really mean? Okay, so there are three parts that I'd like to explain for cause and effect. And it's interesting. Let me take you back to 2007 when I first heard this. And I've got a bit of a confession to make. I was late to a training. I went to a Chris Howard training event in central London and I rocked up 40 minutes later and I went into like 2,000 people. And while Chris was talking on the stage, every now and again someone would shout, cause, and then they'd shout, effect. And I was like, I think I've missed something important. But anyway, I carried on listening. It was something that struck me that this was really a powerful principle to understand, cause and effect. Very powerful to understand. And I suppose it ties into one of the beliefs of NLP and how you decide to live your life. Are you living at cause or are you living at effect? Now, people who are living at the effect end of life just go through life as the victim. Life just happens to them. If they get sacked, well, there was nothing they could do about it. If they crash their car, oh, well, it could happen to anyone. If they're overweight, well, I just haven't got the right genes. Whatever happens to them, they're at the effect of that. There's nothing that they can do. They feel like they're out of control. Now, there's another way. You see, because when you're at the cause end of the spectrum, when you get sacked, you say to yourself, what do I need to do next time to make sure that doesn't happen? Okay. How can I improve my skill set to make sure the next job I've got, I have it for as long as I want, not as long as they want me to have it? You see, cause and effect are a principle to live your life by. One is letting life happen and being out of control, and the other one is taking life by the whatever that is and having options, feeling like you're in control regardless what that is. Now, in different circumstances, in different events at different times, you'll perhaps slide along the cause and effect spectrum. Different beliefs will hold for work as they might do for relationships, so you'll be at different ends. But when you're at the cause end, that's when you're really in charge. When you realise you're overweight because of you, not because McDonald's sell lovely food. When you realise that you didn't get the job that you wanted because you didn't try hard enough, not because they didn't like you, then you're really in control. Okay, so the other two pieces of cause and effect is in the language pattern that's used in language patterns that's used in NLP. So let's dive into the meta model for cause and effect. Okay, so the meta model for cause and effect. Now, if you look at the show notes, you'll see meta model, and we'll dive into that in another video. But for the meta model, using the term cause and effect, we listen out for people's language patterns. And we find out if a person is at cause or is at effect with whatever they're saying. Now, for managers, parents, couples, for everyone, I keep trying to categorize this. This is for everyone to see the benefit. If you start to notice that your employees are saying, oh, well, I was late because of the traffic, late because of traffic, cause, effect, it's not really the truth because there's traffic every day, so leave 5 minutes earlier. And you'll start to understand where people are within their own worlds. And this, as a manager specifically, can help you challenge those people to understand how accountable they really are. You think of the sales team or the sales manager who says, we've got a bad month coming, it's summer. X equals Y, cause and effect. Has there ever been a summer where we haven't had a bad month? Oh, well, yes, there has, but what I'm expecting is to slightly dip because it's the summer holidays. Okay. Is there a chance you could ramp up activity to increase those sales? Well, yeah, I suppose we could do. You see, people put their lives in these cause and effect, this X equals Y. And when you're able to challenge those actively using the meta model, you're able to deconstruct people's beliefs and behaviors and allow them to perform better for you and for themselves. Now think about that in relationships with children. I didn't get my homework done because of. This person doesn't like me because of. Just have a think. It normally follows that pattern. And have a think how you can start to challenge that. So part of the meta model is challenging when you hear those cause and effect type languages. So let's have a little look at the Milton model. and how we flip that on its head and use cause and effect to our advantage. Now, thinking exactly about cause and effect and X equals Y and how we seem to go along with those suggestions when someone says, I didn't get the job because the person didn't like me. Yeah, the Milton model, how do you know they didn't like you? What didn't they like about you? Whatever that might be. But when you flip that round to the Milton model, this pattern, this X equals Y, this causes that, is very persuasive. Now, the very fact that you're watching this video and potentially reading my article means that you're really going to grasp this principle. The fact that you're discovering NLP and looking into cause and effect now really means that you're interested in learning more. You see, both of those last statements weren't entirely true, but we allow them in because X equals Y and we like that. So when we flip that around from an influence or persuasive point of view, or in order to allow an embedded command or communication to be accepted, when we use cause and effect, it's far easier to make that happen, rather than saying, you're just clever. The fact that you're watching this video and you're a few minutes in and you're intently watching means that you're going to grasp this. Can you see the difference? Well, that's the takeaway for cause and effect today. Hope you've seen the principles of way that you can live your life, also meta model, also Milton model. Do a bit more research. We can't cover it in a few minutes video, but hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now.